Hey, how's it going, guys? Matt here from Toasty DIY, and I'm here to talk about YouTube sponsorships, how they work, where you get them, and exactly what you should be looking out for when taking on sponsorship deals for your YouTube channel. If you guys do not know already, my name is Matt, and I do help run the main YouTube channel called the Toasty Bros. Toasty DIY is our channel to give informational content that we want to talk about that's not PC hardware related, which is what we talk about on our main channel. So if you are new, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, and let me know if you've taken any sponsorship deals, and if so, how did that work out for you? But what I'm going to go ahead and do is this is going to be a very casual video. As a creator on YouTube for close to 10 years now with multiple YouTube channels, really only one successful one, the Toasty Bros. But anyways, running this channel for a long time and working with a lot of different companies on the sponsorship front, and also being somebody who's worked for a YouTube MCN for a while, helping creators get access to these kinds of sponsorship deals, negotiating on their behalf. I feel like I have a good amount of experience doing something like this to provide some value for some people out there. And honestly, this was a service that would have been charged for when I was working for my MCN back in the day. But you know what? Free content, right? But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about how sponsorships work. So in our situation on the main channel, the Toasty Bros, which we'll switch to that real quick, we normally do things called pre-roll advertising, which is just a little 25-second advertisement that plays right after the intro of our video. We'll go ahead and show an example right here. Testing the limits of the NVENC encoder on the 1650 Super. But before we get into that, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by MeshForce, and then we'll normally play a pre-roll, whether the company wants to send us a product or want us to just promote their website. It really just depends on the project. So for this one, this was a MeshForce Wi-Fi system, which they just wanted us to promote their Amazon page, and they paid for advertising. Now, we normally only sell our advertising in a couple different formats that make the most sense for our content. We normally sell 25-second ads. We do sell sponsored videos if the project makes sense. We're not just going to take on any paid promotional thing. Like if someone reached out for a Wi-Fi adapter and said, make a dedicated video on it, I don't care if they gave us $100,000, it just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. But we can be really selective based on the amount of opportunities that come in. Now let's say you're a somewhat established creator, which I do want to set some ground rules here. If you're a creator at around the 100 to 1,000 subscriber mark, or really just under 1,000 subscribers, this is probably not the time for you to be looking at sponsorships. What I do recommend you do, however, if you are a creator who wants to do advertising like this on their channel and feels like their audience will be receptive to it, which I do feel the tech genre is very receptive to these sort of ads, gaming not so much, but these sort of deals are really prevalent in the tech space. So if you're a tech creator, definitely consider investing in this because it does take up a very significant part of our income as a business. So definitely something to keep in mind. But if you are somebody under 1,000 subscribers, just focus on growing your channel. But if you do want to get some practice, which I do recommend getting practice so you have a portfolio ready to go, you can start making these ad spots for affiliate programs that you're a part of, whether it's an energy drink company. We did this for a company called GamerSupps back in the day. We got an affiliate discount code and we would make these ad spots for it. We had a discount code for TubeBuddy for a while. We had a merch store that we advertised for a while. Just make those little advertisements that are not really going to be directly paid to you, but they could generate you some income because they are affiliate based. So that's something to keep in mind and something you can do to build a portfolio and get good at ad spots. So when a company does reach out to you, or you feel like you're ready to reach out to companies, you have a portfolio build up of how you make your ads, and they don't need to know that you're not getting paid for them. They're just examples of things that you've done, and they can work with you on that front. Now, if you're a channel about 5,000 subscribers or greater, maybe 10,000 is about the range that I look at when you are working with sponsors. This is kind of where I would suggest that you're probably either A, getting sponsorships in your inbox. If you're not, well, they'll probably start coming soon, especially if you're at 10,000 subscribers. You should be getting sponsorship emails in your inbox, especially as a tech channel. And also you can start reaching out to companies if you want to. Now, if you're going to reach out to companies, just know you're probably going to have more misses than actual hits. Back when we hit around 10,000 subscribers, I really pushed hardcore to reach out to companies to establish brand deals, get products for review, things like that. Just establishing those relationships and sending a bunch of emails, albeit it may come across as spammy sometimes. Sometimes you got to be a little bit aggressive to build those contacts so you don't have to worry about anything in the future. But just start reaching out to companies, send them subscribers. Don't focus on getting money out of it. Just build a relationship first. And then once you start working with them, maybe open up the door to say, hey, I do advertising on the channel. You want to expand? Do you guys have an advertising budget? Here's what I got. And then you can go from there. Now, the toughest question that I really don't know how to answer directly is how much are you worth? Because there really is no set standard for what you should be charging. Now, there is a service out there called Social Blue Book, which I'll go ahead and pull up real quick. Social Blue Book is a service where you can join and get basically quotes for how much you should be charging based on your YouTube channel. You can go on there and click on that, and you can get a general idea of how much your sponsorships are worth. I'll definitely leave a link in the description down below if you want to. In my opinion, these numbers are normally a little bit low for most people, but if you are going to start out on a channel, I mean, offering a little bit low just to get your foot in the door is definitely not a bad idea. Whether it's like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever, just know that you have to value your time. These deals normally do take a little bit of back and forth. So if a company comes to you and says they're all going to give you $20 to do it, and it ends up being a project that takes like 2 or 3 days, just know it's probably not worth your time to do it for $20. Maybe you need to set the minimum for something that you feel like is worth your time, whether it's $50, $100 for like an ad spot or something like that. That's probably a smart thing to do. I know for us, we started taking sponsorships around like the $50 to $100 mark, and as we've grown, it's significantly increased, but it's one of those things where you just have to value your time and don't really put all this effort into it if you're not getting a lot of return out of it. Because at the end of the day, is that money really going to take your channel to the next level? Probably not. So that pretty much wraps it up. This wasn't a super organized video. It was more or less just me talking about how YouTube sponsorships work, how we make our money, and things like that. So if you guys have any other questions about how we run our channel, links in the description down below. As I mentioned, I did work as a YouTube MCN channel strategy guy for a while. Now that I'm full-time YouTube, I'd love to give more advice on YouTube channel growth and things like that. If you do have any other questions about that, I absolutely love to talk about it. So drop a comment down below and I'd be more than happy to get in touch. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hope you guys liked this video. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, all that sort of fun stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.